have the args and the quags, right? So the arg just means arguments. The quag just means keyword arguments, right? And I explained that you use args, you use keyword arguments when you are basically dealing with a dictionary. Remember that when we are working on functions, we have something like this. We have the function definition, the function name, and then we have some arguments, right? A, B, C, D. Then you will now return, let's say, sum of A, B, C, D, right? And
Okay.
then you will now call, now in this case, now you will now call the function. You will now say like print total, right? Total, um, then you will now give it, you will now put the total. Here is A, I can call A1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, I want to find the sum of 1 to 4. This is clear, right? This function and this calling it is clear, right? Look at this function I wrote here, and this is me
Mm-hmm.
calling it. I hope it's clear,
The function. Yeah, that's straightforward.
straightforward, right? So let's run this and see.
Give you plug. Can you make your screen bigger?
Is this okay?
It's better.
Yeah. I wanted to show you something I was working on. It's for work though.
Okay.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
see. Ah, it's a project I'm trying to do for uh for the hope it's still here. Let's see it.
The screen is really small.
For this one,
Okay. Oh,
for
okay.
this,
Because
it's a new,
new screen.
yes.
Okay. You running it?
I'm running it now. Yes, I'm trying to run it. So look at this.
Okay.
So basically, it's just a simple. We usually do
Calculator.
calculations. Yes, we do calculations with paper and pen, like most times, or we just go online and get one, look for one calculator to size our breakers, size our generators. You understand? So what I did was I just designed this, worked on this small calculation kit that I can
Okay.
just put in. Let's say if my gene size is 500 kVA, I'll just put 500 kVA here. Then gives me the full load current, gives me the current with this is standard. You have to give a safety margin of 25%. Then it gives me the breaker size for this generator
Okay.
for protect this generator. So this is basically something I've been working on. Like
What platform did you use to do the UI?
it's, this is my I was surprised like it's Python actually. It's Streamlit. I think
Okay. Okay.
we talked
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, I think I remember. I found it somewhere.
Yes,
Streamlit.
it's really
Yeah.
interesting. Like
Mm-hmm.
and it's so easy to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So easy
Yeah, I
to
mean,
work
it's
with.
for quick. It's like good for quick project.
Yeah. So easy to work with. I was really I was impressed. I've been impressed with it so far.
You had to read the library quickly.
Yes. And did I read library? So I
Yeah.
got stream yes, yeah, the library and the library is straightforward actually.
Mhm.
Library is straightforward.
That's cool.
That's why I work with.
So basically, you just use math and Streamlit.
Yeah.
That's tough. That function didn't work because you didn't put numbers. They're not
Yes.
summable.
Yeah. I want to change that.
No, but it's fine though. No, you should run. Something is not right.
No, sum takes at most two arguments, but four given.
Oh, okay, okay,
This
okay.
A, B, C,
The
D. So
limitation of the
this should not
of the
be,
function.
yes,
It's the
this should,
limitation of some function.
yes, no,
Return sum. So what was the error? So
okay, I know why. So usually
some takes at most.
some works with an iterable.
Oh, when you have list or something.
Exactly, exactly. So it works with an iterable. So assuming this was, because I'm looking at, this is the function, um, this is sums backend code. So an
I even
iterable, this is an iterable literal integer. If you see here, it's a list here. So you know what? Let's do something. Let me move the sum. I just wanted to explain something, sure.
you can put them in a list.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. It's not working. It's not close. It doesn't. If I want to, I can't do it this way actually. That's what I'm trying to explain. No worry. Let me do the way I was doing it. I want to show you why we use args. Come in
Okay.
this way. Let's just go like this. Run. What code is running? What code is this?
This fruit.
So if I run again, so I get 10, right? Basically 1 plus 2, which is 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10, right? So I got the total. My function is total. Then I want to add A, B, C to D. Now, here's the thing, right? What if I have multiple E, F, G, right? Or maybe I want to add a lot of numbers, but I want to give the user the opportunity to add the numbers.
Yeah.
So let's say the user want to add like 10 numbers, but my arguments is not up to 10. Okay, example now, let's say he adds 5 here to this.
Give error.
It will run. You see,
It
tell
was
me
it four expected, five good.
5 given exactly, right? So how do we work with that? That is where the arg function comes in. So I can do something like args, right? Then come here and say sum of args, right? Then when I come total now, I can now put up to 5. If I run this, I get 21. So I can put 7, I can put 8, I can put 9. So I have no restriction. You see? So you can also replace args is just the name they used to define this, but I can just decide to call here numbers to make it easier for the user. So numbers. So if I run this, it's the same thing. I get 55. Is this clear?
Coming. So you're basically saying that you put star with any name you want in the argument section part, and then you can add as many numbers as you want. You can do whatever you want with those things, right? That's what you're saying when you're calling the function.
Yes.
Mm. So does this, okay, you just give it any number you want, tags, and then uh, return. Oh, wait. Oh, that's where you use some. I see.
Yes, exactly,
I
because
see.
it's an iterable.
Okay. 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 So you can add as many numbers as you want.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's flowing.
So it's clear, right?
Yeah. Okay. Two, three, four, okay. Yeah, I flow on that one.
Okay. Right. So these are mostly when you have iterables and you are not sure of the
Mhm.
amount of data that will be added. You just use the args function.
Okay.
Let's try something else. Let's say, hmm, what should we do now? I'll come to this. As there's a lot more to explore here, but this is just the basics, and I'm just glad you understand the basics.
Okay.
We'll come to this. We'll come back to this. Come back to this. Let's go to today's lesson first. So uh, dictionaries. So a dictionary is a collection of key value pairs, right? And the keys must be unique and immutable. Hold on, let me do this. So we have a dictionary. This is the syntax for a dictionary. Curly brackets. Syntax for dictionary. Then you have the key. Then you have the values. So this is basically the syntax of a dictionary. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay, hold on. Give me just 30 seconds, please.
Mhm.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
So dictionary, we have the key, we have the value. Now,
Mhm.
the keys of a dictionary can be any data type.
Okay.
It can be a string, it can be an integer. It can also be a list, but why complicate it that way? But yeah, it can be a list. It
You
can
mean
be
the
a
key
tuple.
itself?
Yes, it can be a tuple. It can be a tuple, right? But there's really no point. We don't really use lists and tuples when defining the keys, but it's possible though. It's possible. But
Okay.
if you really think about it, the list is more like carrying data. So it's mostly you mostly use it when you're working with the values.
Values. Yeah.
Yeah. So mostly it's just string and integer. Then the list can be the values uh, can be strings, integer, lists.
You use tuple, you can do anything.
Exactly, can be any data type. Dictionaries. It can be a dictionary too. Funny enough,
Mm-hmm.
a dictionary too. Yeah. So now this is an example. So you have the student, right? And it's like a bio of the student, his name, his age, and his grade. So the name, the key, the name, the value, his name. So name, fortune, age 12, grade 6. If you check, this is string, this is string, this is age, this is this is string, this is integer, string, right? Now let's say we
Okay.
add a one, and after every um, key value pair, but this is what they call a key value pair. Key value pair.
Mm-hmm.
After every key value pair, you put a comma. The last
Yeah.
one you can leave it
Yeah.
like that, or you can still put a comma. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't change anything. Now let's say we have another key value pair.
You there?
Yes, I'm here. Let's say we have another key value pair. Subjects that this student takes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a list of the subjects. So we can have math, we can have English, we can have we can have English, and yeah, let's just the last one, chemistry. The end is here. So you see, we have a string and we have a list,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, let's see how we can assess the values. You know, the essence of having this is that we want to be able to be assessing these values of in the dictionary. Right? So let's say I want the grade of this student. I want to be able to come to grade and get what? Sixth grade, right? So how do you assess the values in the dictionary? Mm, this needs to be all this needs to. Oh, Right. So let's say I want to access the values in the dictionary, accessing values, right? So let's say I want the name of this student. I can come here and say name of the student is equals to I grab the dictionary itself, student, right? Then I put a square bracket. Then what do I want to get? If you see now, look at VS Code automatically gives me all the keys that I can just call.
Okay.
So if I want the name, I can just put name, right?
Okay.
If I
Mm-hmm.
want, let's say I want all the subjects, right? The subjects, I can just do this. So if I run this now, what do I get? I get, nope, I shouldn't be getting fortune. Okay, so let's see these subjects. So I want to print subjects. So if I run this, I get all the subjects. See, math, English, chemistry in a list because it's a list. This is clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions so far?
Okay. So subject equals to student. You
This is
call the
dictionary.
dictionary,
Yes.
then you use a square bracket like a list. But
Yes.
instead of
To
using index, we use the key.
the key, exactly. The key. Then this is one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is this. I can just come here and say student. So dot get. What do you want to get now?
I want to get the key.
The key. Yeah, so but what key do you want to get? Let's say the grade.
Get subject. Okay, great.
Let's say the grade. Let's say I want to get the grade, right? So if
Mhm.
I print this, I can just add the I can say grade is equals to then come here and say print grade. If I run this, I get sixth. See?
Mhm.
So you
Yeah,
have two methods. This one looks clear, straightforward.
I like that one.
Yeah. So you just say student, the dictionary dot. What do you want to get? You get it. Right. So
Okay.
mostly this is when you use this mostly when you are
Right.
working with logic, right? Let's say there's a lot of logic involved that you can just easily
Mhm.
use it, right? But this
I
is
mean,
pretty
it's,
straightforward.
okay. The only problem with the get method is that you can't go further down. Let's
Mm,
say you have another dictionary as one of the element inside the list, for example, or a
it's not
list inside the list. How will you use that?
a list. So what you're saying is if we have a dictionary here,
Uh-huh.
let's
Let's
say
put
students
um,
have um,
teachers or something.
okay, his teachers, right?
And it's
His
possible to have
teachers,
two teachers teaching maths.
his teachers, and then you have a dictionary, right?
Mm.
Then the name of the teacher, the first
Yeah.
teacher, or let me just put okay, let me just put name. Name is Bolu. Then this age of this teacher is I think you can go deep. It's just I think one of the things with Python is people are trying to Python programmers are looking for um the fastest app the fast
But if you have a data that is like structure like this, you still able to you still have to access it. I just wanted to see, okay, if you have something like this, put a number for the age.
so I was saying that Python programmers are looking for the code that will run fast.
Mm-hmm.
right? This runs faster than this,
Oh, okay.
right?
So
It's about,
uh, so in
I
the
think
case of that one, like get will not be a good idea then.
for this, it will work. Let's try it. It will work.
Get
Why would
get.
teacher, teacher?
No, you have to change it.
Uh,
Change the get.
yes, I want to get teachers.
Mm.
If I run
So
this,
not teacher,
it works.
not teacher. Is it teachers?
It's teachers, yes.
Okay.
Let me just
Yeah, it will
this.
give you the dictionary, but let's say I just want to get the name of the teacher. That's
Oh,
where
I get what I get. Oh, let's see. Oh, we can still try. Dots.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I
it's
get what you say. Right.
giving you
Okay. Okay.
classes.
Okay. I get what you're saying now. But hold on, I want to
So
try something.
put bracket in front of get another bracket, and then put
No,
teacher in there.
I should have to put, if I put a square bracket, then put,
Oh, it works.
it doesn't work really.
Well, I see
Let,
some.
let me
Oh, okay. Calling
let me
different.
see.
It's not going to work
It works now. It works now.
with the square bracket.
Yes. So I just call name.
Oh,
This
because the
this
dictionary.
exactly. So exactly. So, but with this, I think all I have to do is come here and put teacher. It's basically the same thing. Teacher, student. Yeah, it's teacher, right? I'm printing teacher. So I come here. I'll still put a square bracket here outside. Then
From
put
two.
name. Yes. So it's the same thing. Bolu bolu. It's the same thing. But it's the processing time that we should check. The processing
Okay.
time, right? Can we do that now? Let's see. Let's see. Um, let me see. Let me import time. Import time. Uh, time before is equals to time dot. Time. What are the attributes here? Return the current time in seconds since the epoch. Okay. Time after.
Did you import time or something?
Yes, I did. Then time difference is equals to time after minus time
Is
before.
there time?
Let's see. Let's see. I have to print the time difference. Time difference. If I run this, uh, time difference. All right, let's run this actually. 0.00.
Nothing different because it's not big data yet. If it's
Mm.
big data set, then of course you will see the difference. Or you try to round, use like there's a function I found which is like two f dot like a colon the number of decimals you want.
Oh, really?
Mhm. I ran into it randomly.
Let me
Was
see.
was using
Let me see the print
two
time
f
for.
two two decimals in Python. Let me see if it gives me some in Python. Okay, yeah. Let me copy this and send to you. Format. Oh, okay. We have to have F string with it. Something like that. You want me to send it on Zoom? I
Send
wanted
on
you to
WhatsApp. Oh, send on Zoom.
actually send on WhatsApp so I can see it later.
Okay, send on WhatsApp then. Send on WhatsApp then.
I send that to you. So you can use it to like get um the number of decimals you want.
Okay.
So basically it's dot 2f.
How
Dot
to
2f gives you two decimal. Dot 8f gives you eight decimal places.
but this not for time.
So what I mean is format for print. Do you understand? So we can put it inside print. You say F. So instead of you quoting that, just F string in the time difference thing, use F string, and then where you put time difference, you just say 2F or something somewhere. You see the second method. They have two methods. The other method is to run it separate differently. Yes. Using F string, using dot format method. Can find it interesting.
Formatted right number 12.3456 7. Middle number output 12
So
output
I
12.
think you can apply it on any number, basically. It's not really on another function. So like time before now, I mean, time difference now is a number that you can have string on.
I want to check something. I want to check. See, time before and time after is the same. So
Okay, so it doesn't
time before is zero. Time before this code and time after this code is the same.
okay, so it
Oh,
doesn't matter.
let's try something. Uh, let me comment this out. Let me put this one inside there and see. It's still the same thing. It's still the same thing basically. So
So there's no time difference on this occasion.
yes, it's still the same thing. I just wanted to be sure. It's the same thing. No, I actually prefer the get method.
For you?
Yeah, prefer the get method.
So they
Prefer
use
the
a
get.
lot of square bracket approach in pandas.
Yes.
That's where I really get confused. Because I think you know that thing that they used to create um what's the name of that library? That Panda library, the data frame function or method.
Yes,
So that
I'm aware of the method.
data frame basically, I think what it's doing is that it converts data into dictionary.
Mm.
They arrange it in some way. So that's why they use dictionary method of accessing values to in when they are doing the operations or the mathematics. So that's where I got confused. And then they use lambda function a lot. Like old school is having exam right now. I
Okay.
can't do it because I've not been attending the class. I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on it now.
So how do you even how do you now get back?
I'll just be listening to the lectures, the one I can catch. I'm not interested in the certificate anyway, because the class falls at the time that I work, and it's so hard for me to catch up. I've lost too much time.
Okay. So how do you manage them now?
It's okay. I just keep on doing this one.
Okay. But so I'm just curious. Why did you decide to pay for the class if you're not really sure of your time, like with old school? You know that
I,
they're not that. Yeah, go on.
I mean, like, when you are starting, when you sign up, they don't tell you exactly when the time is. It's when you have
Mm.
signed up, they now tell you what the time is. So
Oh yeah.
I thought I could manage. So I did first semester, pay for second semester, manage through one or few lectures. But now I don't think it's practically feasible anymore. Maybe I have
Mm.
to, but I didn't want anything to stop me from learning this thing. So I do an approach no matter what it takes. Just keep going. That's my method. So that's why I started this one, so that I can, at least if I know this thing, or whether it is data science, whether it is back end, it doesn't matter. Once you have good basics background, you get what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. So I believe this is clear.
Hmm.
How to assess values.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that you see that first method of square bracket method.
Mm.
So when you have dictionary inside dictionary, yeah.
Mm.
So basically, dictionary one have the square bracket of the key, and then dictionary two have the square bracket of the key. If I have another dictionary inside that key, then I go square bracket again. Okay. Now, if I need to apply method on teacher now, can I apply method on the second square bracket? What I mean is, let me see if I can type something in WhatsApp for you. So let's say I have teacher, square bracket, square bracket, name. Okay. And then inside that, and then I have another key, which is going to be um score, scores. And inside scores, under name, I have math, right? And I want to like do average of score. So can I do dot, which method is that? I don't know.
Get. Send. Let me see.
I'm sending
Just
it.
send
Just,
what you
yeah, I just want to put dot after
teacher.
score. Like, like call something, call a method. Is it possible to call a method on that dictionary right there? You know what I'm saying?
So let me get this straight. You mean
Let's say, let's
this
create
one?
a dictionary,
This one?
and then put scores inside teacher, scores. And then scores itself is a dictionary because it's a scores. Okay.
It's a dictionary.
Yeah.
The dictionary.
Mhm. And now he has math,
Math.
20, or something like that. And then comma, English dot 50. Let's leave it like that. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
uh,
And let's
so
say you now want to do an average of score, all inside one variable. You get my
so
point?
you want to
So,
average of scores.
mhm. So we have been able to reach, we've got student, teacher.
So okay,
So now we need to get the scores.
let's
Mhm.
do student, teacher, uh
Scores.
instead of name, I look for scores, right?
Mhm. Now, can
Then,
you apply method on scores now? Or you have to do some more work? Or
okay,
so you
so
need to do
scores.
dot values, right? Can you do dot
Yes.
values?
Yeah, so yeah, we can. Why not? Let's see. Let's see because it's still.
It's not working.
No, no, no,
It's not working.
let's run it.
It's gonna
It's
give
working.
you error.
It's working, but you're getting dictionary values.
Okay, so how do you like extract? You get what I'm trying to where I'm getting.
Yeah. Okay, so what we can do is let me see.
Maybe I'm
Mm,
jumping the gun. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. Let me
no,
let
not
you go.
not really. We can still work with this. Uh, so you want to get the value of this. As you can see now, it's in a list, right? I think this
Hmm?
condition is in a list.
Yeah.
So
So I can. Mhm.
you have to
Okay.
iterate this using the
Okay.
for loop.
Iterate over teachers now. Over teacher
Yes,
now.
yes,
Okay.
right. So
Because that, that
if I come here to
that's what
say
they do.
if I come and say
Why?
for V, this is
Mm,
now scores. This is now
uh,
scores. For V in scores
uh,
or for score in
in
scores,
scores. Mm-hmm.
in score. You see, it
Is it?
gives me. Hold on.
Is it?
No, no, no,
So
hold on.
give it should give error.
No, 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 no. The error was I didn't put this. It should work.
Oh, print.
Yeah. So I get 2050.
Okay, that's good. Then it's possible to do something with
So
it.
now I can now come here now and do that addition.
Okay. Say I
Come here
equals,
and
I
say,
mean plus equal
exactly. I come here and say, hmm,
some one or something. Total.
total. Huh.
You have to sum outside maybe. Yeah,
Yes.
you can do it that way. No need to sum outside. Some since it's just two number. If you do sum, I mean total equal to sum equal to score, equal to total plus equal score. You get my point.
Yes.
Then you can now divide total by length of the of teacher.
Mm.
Something or a length of course. I don't am I correct? Yeah, that's it. I think, but there should be a simpler approach than what I'm saying.
Yeah. So there's this thing we can do. Mm. There's this thing we can do. So we can have like a flag outside. But this is just a long. I get what you're trying to do. Okay, we can do two things, right? Okay, we can do two things. We can have a function.
Okay.
We can have a function that can get us the average,
Okay.
right? Then
Mhm.
we've learned about args,
Yeah.
so I can just have args here.
So you're going to supply the
Exactly. Or in this args, right? Then I can come here and say uh, total. Come here and say total is equals to what? Sum of
all right. X.
right?
Yeah.
Now I can now come here and say average is what? Total over what?
Average
Number
is total over number
number of the or the length,
items.
the
Length of
length of items, right? So I can just put
Mhm.
length here is equals to. Now, how do I get the
Mhm.
length of items in an iterable count?
Uh, you think count gonna work? Length, Len. Oh, dot count. Oh, count
Yes,
is a method.
yes. So I can come here and say average print total over
Length.
length, right? Let's try this.
Yeah, but when you call it, you now want to put teacher.
Yes. Then average
Dot average ags.
average what?
Ag. You gotta put the
Yes.
ag. You want to call the function, right?
Yes. So I'll now put these scores now. Scores. Remember, I'm putting the values here.
Oh, okay. They will count the scores. You will do everything. Okay.
Exactly. So let's try this. Some ags.
Why?
Okay. Hold
Unsupported upfront for int.
on.
Oh, the data
Oh,
type.
so we
Data
can
type.
convert. Let's see.
Put it in a
Let's see.
list.
Let's see if this will
Mm,
work. Let me just see if this will work.
I doubt it, but
I see what it's going to actually. It won't work. So it won't work because.
it's an
So what we can
object.
do is, yes, an object. So what we can do now is we can come and loop through here
Mm-hmm.
for score in scores.
I mean, you can do it inside the function, right? Then access it that way. And then you can use it. But it's okay. It's useful. It's even better outside.
No, I think it's better inside. Let's make it inside. For ag in ags.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
It's gonna be
Hmm,
tough.
it's gonna be
It's
tough,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's better outside there. But I think since we can access score
Hmm.
right there, we can do for score in there, and then reference that whatever date, what we get in there inside
But
total.
okay, so that is if we have a fixed score, like if we have fixed scores, it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Okay, for example, now I can, like you said, we can say you mean inside this function? No,
Mm-hmm.
we can do it outside.
Okay.
We can do it outside and say for score in scores, right? So we know that there are just two scores there. We are sure of two scores. Hmm.
So score in scores. Yeah. Uh-huh. The goal is to convert it back to list or bring it out. You get it right. For score in scores, create a list outside. Create a list outside of the loop, and then store that number into a list, and it's much easier to access now.
That is long process. Let me see the data type that comes with this. Hold on. Let me print scores.
It's dict
I think I saw dict values.
a dictionary.
Let's see. No, no, no. We don't
What do
want
you
to run
think?
this one. It's still running this one. So dict values.
Mhm. So how do you access? See, it's even a list.
Yes, it's
Can
a
you
dict
do?
list.
Can you
So
say dict? Can you
yeah,
say score zero? Try to do
let me
that.
let me convert this to
Okay,
a
to a
list.
list.
Yes, yes.
Try that
It
now.
works. It works. It works. It
Yeah.
works. It
So
works.
that's
Good.
that's all we need. That's all
Good.
we need.
So we can come here now And so easy, easy. We can just put list here,
Mm-hmm.
convert our scores to list. So we are good to go. This should work now.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
This should work now.
yeah. So what did you say? Okay, you clean it up.
Whoa, whoa, what's
Yeah.
happening?
Some ads unsupported operand 4 plus int list.
Oh,
Come on. No,
some
because
add.
you want to some ag. Ag is a list now, right? Do you get it?
You can sum a list. Why is
Yeah, but you can't access individual item in a list. So you are trying to sum. Yeah, you can sum a list. Yeah. I think that dictionary is not converting properly. Can we use the for loop to just bring it out and return something? And then
hold on?
can you?
I want. I don't know why this is not working for me. I'm
It
not
doesn't
happy.
make sense.
Hold on. Let me try something.
It
Should
doesn't
work.
make sense because you can sum out, right?
Yeah,
Some list.
scores. Um, s- scores. Scores two is equals to list of scores. Right. Let's run this. No, sorry. Print
Two.
scores two.
Print type. Dot type. Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, yeah,
Type.
yeah, 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 yeah. Let's print the type of discourse too. It's a list, right? It's a
Okay.
list. So
So
hold on, let
then
me
do score 2 0.
score two
Index 0.
dot zero
No,
dot
no, no,
index.
index. Oh, okay. So you see how many index in there. Also, you can do that.
Sorry.
No, I was thinking, oh, it's not an integer. I was thinking you just do square bracket 0. Yeah, then run it.
20
Okay. So
is the
it's
right
a list for real.
list. Let me check
So,
something. Let me check sum of scores.
mhm,
It's worked.
yeah.
It's working here,
So
70.
why
So
is
I
it not working there? That doesn't make
hold on.
sense.
Hold on. Let's
Maybe
put
you can apply it directly like that. Maybe
it.
just do. I
I
think
will
that's
do
what's going on because
it
on
has
score 2 is an object now, so it's
it
easy
has
to play with the object.
I won't agree. It has to work.
It's supposed to work. It doesn't make sense. But well, let's think it through. What's the
Total,
error?
okay, average list scores. This is the first error. Then it comes here and say total sum args unsupported operand type for plus int and list. Int and list.
I think this has to do with add function itself. We don't know how the add function is actually created. The rules in it. So can you try to look in? It's a tuple. You see,
The tuple. Oh, I see. Let
it's
me
a
see.
tuple.
Tuple here. This is a list. Any
So now putting a tuple. So it's trying to convert the list to tuple, I think. You see what's going on there? Like we converted scores to list, then he take the output, he wants to convert it to tuple before he runs the function.
okay, hold on. I think it's working now. Let's check something. Total over length. So the problem is here now. So that was int built-in function method.
What did he change to even
Total
get
length. What is the type of?
length?
Let me check
Oh,
something.
is length a
Yeah,
string?
I want to check it now. I want to check scores two dot
Count
count. What does it give to me?
to print.
Let me print this out. Print
Yeah, of course, it's gonna give the error. But before the error, did it print? So it prints 70, but print it gave an error on that too. Dot count. Why is it giving error? Oh, takes exactly one argument,
Yeah, let me run it again.
but we put nothing. So score two should have been no. Count which specific aspect you want to count. Is that the point? No. And I forgot how count
Uh,
work.
yeah. So actually, if I have so if I have like I have a list and I have one, two, three, and I want to count how many three is in this list, then I can use this dot
Oh,
count.
so you will select. Okay. So count is not the
This
best there. Length
doesn't
might
work.
be the
Yes.
best. Length is
Let's
the best.
there's another function.
Length. There, no, there's no function on list like
It's
that.
a length.
Yeah, length. Yeah, length bracket. No, not length. Length
Oh yeah, yeah.
bracket.
Ah, true. Thank you. Yeah, that's right.
And
That's
then
true.
two.
That's true. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
So
now
yeah,
you're
it's
going
len ags.
length of arcs, right? Okay.
Yes. So let's
Oh, is
try
that
this.
the problem? Oh, so length
Yes.
was not an integer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
let's
didn't
try.
notice that.
See, it works. Finally.
Yeah, it was length because length was not in the right data type.
Yeah, it works. And also, I didn't put this asterisks here.
Okay.
If I
Oh, so
remove
you
this,
have,
let me see.
oh, okay.
It doesn't work
Yeah,
again. Total.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I have
yeah.
to
That's why we have two errors.
yes initially. So I have to put the asterisks.
Okay.
So yeah, you can play with this. So dot values, you get the values. So it's all about it takes time, but you can go deep and deep. So if this also have its own dictionary too, right? You can
You
just
can
keep
just
on
use
going.
square bracket, get that one too. And
Yeah.
then, so just use square bracket key, square bracket key, right?
Mm.
Square. I'm trying to find a way to remember. Square bracket key,
For to get the
square bracket key to get value. But then,
yes,
okay, to get value,
or you
you
can
put
use dot get.
one, then, or key, or was, or dictionary name dot
Dot
get,
get
dot get. Okay. Square bracket key or dictionary name dot get. Okay.
so is that clear? That's understood,
Yeah.
Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. I actually enjoy this.
It's a challenge, right?
Mm. I like this. This was good. I like what you just did. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the other methods? Okay, I guess I'm jumping on now. Let me wait.
That's where we are coming to now. Common dictionary methods.
Okay.
Right. So the first one is to get. I think I've explained this. Get
Mm.
key. You want to return the value or none if key is not found, right? So once you put the name of the key here, it gives you its value. But if that key is not in the dictionary, it returns none. The next is if I want to get all the keys in the dictionary. For example, this is our dictionary now that we have here. student. If I want to have all the keys, let's blank this out. Print students dot keys. Why?
I think students, it's not students. Try that. Yeah.
Okay. So it gives me a list of the
Of all the
dictionary
key,
keys. So you can still do that. You can still do what you did where we converted this to
the
uh,
list.
a list exactly. Exactly. You can still do that. You can still do that.
So the methods are one. The third one is dot get key. Number two is dot keys itself. What does that do? Return list. Oh, so one return list of key, a list of keys.
The list of keys. That is this dot keys.
Yeah. Dot get key, return the value of the key.
Yes, the value of the keys. That is what we are working on. So if I say something like print student,
Dot get
so
name.
dot get name exactly.
Okay.
It just gives me the name of the student.
Okay.
Fortune.
Okay. I look for a very complex dictionary, and then I see how much how much of data I can get out of it.
Okay, that's okay. So the
Because
same thing with this. This just gets us the values. So if I do
okay.
print student dot values,
So basically, if you want to reshape this data now,
yeah,
you can you can use dot keys and dot values to kind of play around with it.
yes. Right, why not? I think we'll do that. We'll do that soon when we are talking the iteration. We'll do that now.
Okay.
This is my favorite items.
Okay.
So student print. This I think what you're asking, you actually use it more when you're playing with items.
Okay.
Student dot items. So this gives you both the list and the dictionary. It returns a list of key value pairs. So it gives
Mm-hmm.
you see it here, dic items. The name is
Oh,
fortune, the age is 12, the grade is 6, subject,
well,
all that.
how can you access this? So it's not a list inside a list there.
So you just actually it's a tuple. You have a list and you have tuples inside the list. This is
Oh,
one
a list of tuples. A
yes, a
list
list
of
of
tuples.
tuples. And the tuples is the key value pair. See it
Uh-huh.
here, exactly. Returns a list of key value tuples.
In tuples. Okay.
So we usually use this when we are working with iteration, which we'll come to now. After
Yeah.
this, then we are done with dictionaries. It's not much. I don't know why it's one of the simplest. It's not much.
No, let's use, okay, so now, uh, okay, let's play with the items and see, for example, like if I
Okay, all right.
have,
Let's do this first. Let's do this update. Let's work on all the methods.
uh-huh,
So let's say I have this will take let's say I have another dictionary students two, right, is equals to let me do something, then you tell me why it won't work. Name is Abby. if I come here and say print student dot, now I want to update this student with student dot update with student two, right?
Yeah. So you add student, you're supposed to add student two
Yes, so to just add student two to
in the list
student.
of key value pair.
No, it will add student. This is updates the dictionary with another.
Another dictionary.
Yes, that's what this function does. So let's. So I have a dictionary here, student two, with only name.
RB. But then you already have a name in student one. I mean student. So it shouldn't work. It should give an error. You get what I mean? Anyway, run it and see. Even if you turn this Dix item into a list, then you use the list. You have tuples. You can't change the content of the tuples. So, oh, you lost. Oh, stop sharing the screen. The power messing up. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Are you there? Hello? You want me to do this? Pause.